This week on Barking the Bite, we're here talking to women's track captain Amelia Maher as her and her team prepare for the NSIC Indoor Championships.
I'm Amelia Maher. I'm a psychology major, senior here at UMD, and I'm from Sauk Center, Minnesota. I'm on the track team.
You run the pentathlon, and that's something I guess a lot of people probably don't know exactly what that is. So can you kind of explain what events that entails and kind of how those play out?
Yeah, so the pentathlon is, you do 5 different events all in one day, like back to back. You do hurdles, and then high jump, long jump, shot put, and then an 800. And you get points for how well you do in each of those events, and they add up a point total.
Okay, so last year you were the pentathlon champion for indoors with UMD and scored your highest total you've ever in your career here. So what was that experience like winning last year that whole event?
It was fantastic. When you have a good day and like everything goes well, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like every event clicks, and I think I had PRs in almost every event last year, so it was a good time.
And looking at the scores kind of the other athletes that competed this year, it seems like the competition's really gotten a lot more difficult. So how do you deal with that, and knowing going in that you're going to have more competition that anyone can win pretty much at that thing?
Yeah, it was definitely good competition this year. You just kind of have to focus on your strengths, and everybody has different strengths and weaknesses, which is kind of nice. You don't have to be amazing at every event. So as long as you focus and try to do your best on that day, you just see what happens.
So over the last couple of years, you've kind of seen Amelia as she's grown as a track athlete here as a part of your program. So what can you say about the way that she's transitioned and kind of what she's done for your program in the last few years?
Okay, Amelia came into my program basically almost as a walk-on, and she was by far had a lot of potential, but had really never been coached or worked with. After being with us for about a year, boy, she transformed into an athlete. She spent the time in the weight room during the summer, a lot of workouts, having people around her that really helped kind of take her to that next level. So she's really grown as an athlete and as a student at UMD.
Have you seen her kind of grow into as a leader on this team and kind of help coach your team in general is a fairly young team. You have a lot of freshmen and sophomores. So has she kind of helped to bring those girls in and teach them what it means to be a Bulldog?
Yep. Again, Amelia came in as a quiet person, and just like most freshmen kind of do, and taking their leadership, but she's grown and she's become a captain for me, one that's vocal when she needs to be, but also a leader by physical workouts every day as well.
So of those 5 events that you run, if you had to just pick one single event to compete in, which one would you say is your favorite?
Definitely high jump. I love high jumping.
Awesome. And so as a team, you guys last year were the NSIC Indoor Champions, and you're going and having that big meeting up this weekend. So what do you expect out of this group of girls going into the weekend and kind of what you can do as a team?
I'm really excited to see what we can do. Last year winning was so much fun. We all came together really well and cheered and supported everybody. So we have some new talent this year, and I'm excited to see if we can repeat that.
And with it being kind of an individual sport where it's not the whole team competing at the same time, how do you kind of deal with the act of being on your own and the strategy of competing against individuals as opposed to being able to have the whole team on the field or wherever it might be at the same time?
Yeah, it is. Track is a little different from a team sport because everybody does different things, and you kind of have your own routine for your events and stuff. So you just kind of have to mentally focus for your event, but then keep in mind that you need to support your other teammates and understand their events too, so that you can all work together.
Awesome. And then we've also heard that you're pretty big into community service here in the Loop. So can you kind of explain what you're a part of as far as those kind of events go, and what that means to you as a track member here?
I've loved we have so many opportunities to do community service things. I've been active with the Champions Building Champions, the Boys and Girls Club, for quite a few years now, and we go play with the kids and try to rub off on them and teach them values through sport, which is really fun. And I've done the walk a mile and the big jig, all those other things that we participate in.